Today, we're going to be making our way to February 8th, 2019. If you're unaware what that day was, it was the day the 2019 Valentine's Day party went up and is where we got introduced to the Valentine dog. Lego, did you forget what today is? Because a certain someone is not with you. Valentine. Since you forgot, I'll go grab her from the present myself. Wait, don't do that! Because we have the original Valentine right here from that day. If you bring her in here, you're gonna corrupt the entire timeline and Valentine will cease from existence. Do not bring her in here. Too late. Valentine, be gone! No! Now that the OG Valentine is gone, she non-exists in present Lego's Island. She's actually dead. Alright guys, day 4 of Operation Legos Island 2024. So right now, it is actually the latest time I am actually filming this, which is ironically 10:02 p.m. EST. Which means we got about 2 hours until I miss the deadline for this video. With that being said, just thought I'd mention that. Hopefully the future time period I will not have to film this late, but today, for the last past time period, we're going to be going to May 31st, 2021. Now, hold on. We've already technically been to May 31st of 2021. In its future form, that is. Because to specifically clarify, that was a future version of May 31st that we explored in Operation Legos Island 2019. Now, we would end up making it to that day in actual reality, with something completely different. Memorial Day. As that ironically ended up being Memorial Day that year. And that's exactly where we're going today. So, without further ado, let's go! Alright, guys. Here we are, May 31st, 2021. But in the actual version, it was based off legitimately. Not the future time period from 2019. No, this is the actual one. With all that being said, oh, we got the past version memorial sheep here. And of course, you. Glad you could join us, Lego. Remember when we both broke this very day in 2019 via our time battle? And runes from the future started appearing around here. Well, I erased them from here. You what? Okay, technically they weren't even supposed to exist in this specific time period to begin with, so I guess I could thank you for that anyway. But that now also defeats the purpose of this very time period alone now. You technically did do a good job. You did erase what was not supposed to be there originally. That is good. The problem is that it actually was now a part of the official time period. And this is going to go down too if I don't fix that. But it is true. Those future time period rooms were technically not supposed to be a part of the Memorial Day party, but ended up being there because of our time war. So I guess he did the good job and erased them, but now erases the legitimate second half of this time period. Well, I think I know what you're doing now. Fix it. Oh god. How many were there again? Oh, only 4 total. Not bad. I thought there was more. Oh, frick, that crate that we just saw just straight up got removed. And, oh, this is where it is. Wait a second. This is the exact same place that the maze is located. The maze got corrupted. Or some parts of it. Oh! So some parts of the maze got corrupted. Interesting. Let's see what you did here, bud. Yeah, because we can literally see the maze start sign. Interesting. Interesting. Okay, so all of this part's been blocked off because I know this is a pathway to the maze. See? Oh, okay, so this is cut very short. It's just like a literal direct pathway. See, is this gonna indicate anything? Oh, that's why we're in an indirect path. It's literally because of the Nether Star track. Why did it just get, like, stupidly dark down here? Oh. Looks like it didn't fully update for us, I see. Let's see what the Nether Star tracker says. It says this way. No wonder we're in a indirect path. Because it's literally facing towards this way. Let's see if it's right again. Yep! 4 times in a row! Here we are. Can we please grab this? I'd love to get back here. Thank you! Let's put that back. It is the Future Room Restorer. What this means is we'll have to use this to restore all the future corrupted rooms. Or the corrupted future rooms. Yeah, that's what it is. First things first, this room. Right here. The balcony. I definitely remember this was one of them. Next up is my cave. Dear God, this looks very unsettling. Get this out of here. I don't want to see it any longer. Alright, next up is the other side of the island. So, let's do it! Now this. Yeah, this is something. I know how to fix it. There we have it. Time period is saved. Now, all that's left is the future in the next episode. But, of course, as in tradition, let's explore the time period. So this is the 2021 memorial sheet. Let's already start off by collecting the colored American flag. There are a lot of items in this party. Like, a lot of items. Hold on, let me just throw out some items here. Just real quick. Including this one, even though that is an item. There we go. So, as you guys can see, this is how the time period looked back in the day. I think there normally is supposed to be a sign here that says the Memorial Day party, but I guess that wasn't added. We have the American flag up there. And if you do recall, the Memorial Day rooms were decolored versions of the Legos Island Summer 2021 construction. Even stated it in the original video based off of this. So that's very cool. So yeah, Memorial Sheep's right there, at least in 2021 version of Memorial Sheep, which is very cool, considering, you know, we don't really get to see them much. Or just Memorial Sheep in general. That's where they're supposed to be. Evil Cloak must have been in the way for him. Anyway, though, got a lot of rooms to explore today. So let's head up to my balcony next, or just the balcony, not well mine. Well, actually though, it is my world anyway, so it doesn't matter. So as you can see, this was one of the future time period rooms from this day back when it was a future time period. The same goes for my cave as well, as you can see. This was back in the May 31st, 2021 future time period. From November 9th, 2019, which was also ironically the finale of that. The first ever Operation Legos Island, so it's actually kind of funny that we're literally going back to the first ever future time period the day before we entered this year's future time period. Literally just one day beforehand. That's freaking funny. Anyway, in seriousness, it looked really cool. And it is kind of funny because, actually, oh! Exactly 9 months from today will be 5 years since we entered the original May 31st, 2021 time period for the future. Exactly 9 months from today. Oh! I literally just realized that. Anyway, I definitely remember the event room was not updated during this. At least in this specific version. Next up, we are heading to the lodge. Not the inside, though. Only the outside. Which is where we will collect the decolored Jamaica flag. Because if you do remember, Legos Island Summer 2021 was all about a world tour. And these items were coming out in preparation. It's very cool. We also have the Operation Ally shirt from 2019. So yeah, we put that on, and I'm pretty sure the hat's supposed to be available here somewhere if I recall correctly. Either way, this is how the room looked back in the day. It looked very, very pretty. And also very decolored at the same time. Well, because of course, this was like the last year before we properly turned these events into color. So that actually can explain why. But yeah, looks very beautiful, and I definitely remember this from 2021. Same can obviously be said for over here, where we're going to find our third item. Well, at least the third and final flag. The decolored Mexico flag. And over here we have more construction. Of course for LEGO Island Summer, but obviously in a decolored form. In more sand, but all decolored. And even the palm trees were decolored somehow. Next up is the resort, which I think is normally meant to be lit up here. So that's weird that it isn't here. Regardless, here is the resort in the future time period version from 2019. Man, dude, I remember this looking so cool. Obviously, the original time period, I'm referring to the original future time period, obviously took place at night. And obviously, this upcoming one will obviously still have the same idea. That was obvious. But since this took place at daytime during this party, that's why it looks a little different. And it was also the same way during the original party. Very cool. Very, very cool. Yeah, the hat was available here. Where is it? Oh, it was right here. It must just not have appeared earlier. Maybe we just had to wait until the mission was finished. Regardless, it's right here. Next up is the Pet Cemetery Mountain. And let me put that on real quick. Much better. Let me just put that away. And our next item is the American Shield. A very cool item as well. Which obviously is a very cool American themed item, which I think we brought over to the Creations World as well. I think somewhere, in 2021 or 2022. Regardless, this is how it looks. Looks very, very cool. And yeah, I do remember this being decolored as well. This was a very interesting room. I do say so myself. But yeah. Oh yeah, that's right. The Operation Ally pants. Let's put those on. And we only need one more piece of the armor left, which is down in the village. But yeah, we'll head down there in a minute. And of course, before we go back, obviously, to the present, I'll place all these items back, obviously. But of course, I will do that off camera. With all that said, this is very, very, very cool. Anyway, on the inside, it's also updated. This all looks very cool. And the Memorial Day 2021 shield is another item we can collect. Let's put that on. It's very cool. And of course, here is the decolored Pet Cemetery from Memorial Day 2021. And the same could be said for up here as well, which was very, very cool as well back in the day. Alright, now before we head down to the village, I did realize I did forget about the other side of the island. So, before we head down to the village, let's go showcase that real quick. Alright, so here we are. And here's the other side of the island, but in the future time period form. Which was very, very cool back in the day. It was mainly just the path. Like, literally, it was just the path being updated. And, like, that's, like, legitimately it. That's literally the only thing that got updated here. Lastly but not least is the village, which, as you can see, going into the coffee shop, yep, all decolored, just like the original event. Which, honestly, was so cool. So, anyway. And the whole village here obviously was decolored as well. We will find our last two items, which are ironically right next to each other. The first one being the Memorial Day 2021 hat, which of course looked like this. But that's not all. I did say they were next to each other. In fact, the next one was right in front of us. The Operation Ally shoes, which to be specific, look like this. And now we have the full armor set. And also for Memorial Day, as those were all the items. Now that the items are over with, the rest of these rooms shouldn't take that long. Mainly because they look like this, with mainly it just being decolored. The same also can be said for in here as well, with all of these being decolored as well. This room barely had to get changed back then, because of it almost already always being gray. This room definitely got changed. Holy frick. This was a crazy one. And, fun fact, that's literally hit for every single one of these rooms in, this time period. Oh, I don't have any blue, carpet on me. I'll fix that off camera. So, yeah, let's head back to the portals. So there we go. We only got one more left, guys. May 6, 2024, the future. Of course, like I just said, I will obviously put all these items back on camera. But guys, wow, we are just one mission away from finishing this thing. And yeah, with all that being said, until then, Operation Legos Island 2024, for the last time, is...